Hey guys, it's Porfirio VMJ, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. Where today, guys, I'm going to be showing you a cool machine that I made based off a little concept, and it's a little unlimited storage module. Now, what it is basically it's a module for storage. You should only put one item type in it at once, so it isn't that efficient, but that's what you get for the module. Now, this is something that you would put inside a storage system. You wouldn't put it as its own, unless, of course, you have only one item you want unlimited storage for. If that's the case, I'm guessing cobblestone, because you probably do a lot of mining, then yeah, this would be great. But if not, you should only use it for huge storage systems like the one that I created in a previous video, or other. Now, the concept that we have here is that as long as an item in Minecraft takes up an air pocket, but multiple items can be there at once. So what happens here is this dispenser, dropper actually, simply shoots out, and through this water stream goes into another hopper, which will renew the item's time. Now, usually the time that an item has in the world before it despawns is 5 minutes, as long as it's in loaded chunks. If I go really far away, in this case, since my chunks are actually rather high right now, then these items will just freeze, their time will freeze, the machine will freeze, since redstone will stop loading. Actually, in this case, I actually believe in a newer update that redstone won't freeze, although it's not going to be doing anything. It will not affect it. I tested it. If I go out in chunks, it won't break the machine. Now, if, let's say you're working on the server, you could just have, I don't know, an extra player just stand here AFK if you want to, but it's not something that you need to do. Now, something great about the storage module, other than the fact that it has unlimited slots, is the fact that, well, it's rather resource efficient. It's not, like, super expensive. You need, like, 1,000,000 bits of redstone. All you need is 3 droppers, three comparators, and 4, in this case, actually, repeaters. And the reason there's 4 repeaters is because in this case we actually need a repeater to power this one, because I don't want to power this redstone, and I just tried to, just do it quickly. Now, the only other resources you need is the actual block of your choice. I actually went for a stone brick and lapis build, but I didn't really need to do that. I could just be one complete block. I didn't even need to put the glass. Now, usually I do suggest putting the glass so you can actually tell what item it's occupying. Now, I'm going to show you guys how it actually works. So each, and I picked a piece of stone. Now, as you probably noticed, there are items coursing through this entire system. Right now, it has 1 chest's worth, just a single chest worth of items in here. And to show you guys throughout the course of this video that they won't spawn, as I just filled it up just before this video and waited for it to go through, as you can't just simply drop the items into it, since, well, you can't drop them all at once. If you drop them one at a time, that'll work fine, since that's what it's actually doing here. But what will happen if you do that is it'll actually possibly block up. Now, you're probably like, but it's being blocked up right here. No, that's fine. What's actually cool is while I was doing this is the hopper here is only gonna hold it for about, let's say it's only gonna stay there for about 2 minutes before the item, the oldest item, well, everything you see here now in 2 minutes will be in there, and it will be a different set. Now, there actually isn't that much in here, so probably most of them are actually the same ones. But the oldest item always gets put in there first because of how Minecraft mechanics actually work. So none of the items ever despawn, and this is actually the holding changer. Now, if you're wondering when you want to build this, why this is 2 blocks high, not just 1 block, it's mostly because items sometimes, since of the new item elevator, which I actually make use of here, very short, but it works, it'll actually funnel to the top, and your item will just sit there until it despawns. So you don't really want that in your storage module. You don't want your items to just slowly disappear. So I had to make it 2 blocks high, since they would jump through. I don't know why. I think that's just a glitch. Maybe in later updates it'll be fixed. But for now, that's how you have to build it. Now, each single module, this is a module within a module, of each dropper, always has at least 1 stone in it, no more, no less. Unless, of course, you manually put stone in there, then whatever amount you put in there will always be how much there is in there. It's very, very good for how this machine works, that only 1 item is being renewed at once. Now, let's say you did put, like, I don't know, millions of items in here. Now, as you see here, actually, don't mind the stone that's there. That wasn't an item funnel. Anyway, just just don't mind that stone. I put that there for a point. So as you guys see, this module is basically repeated twice throughout this machine here and here. This one has the same thing, except it has redstone coursing through to another repeater into this one, just so this redstone isn't always powered, stopping it from, powering over and over any dispenser slash dropper. I keep saying dispenser for some reason. Shooting the item out. Now, this explanation is sort of getting long, but don't click off this video. This part is really simple. All it does is checks when there's an item in there, and when there is, it goes and shoots it out and then turns the circuit off. And it does this about every tick, every Minecraft tick, or 3 ticks, since that's the default tick speed for Minecraft. So just keep shooting it out, and your items is renewed. It goes through the system, goes through, gets renewed again, goes through the system, gets renewed, and I picked up 2 items again. And if you're actually thinking that the items are actually going here, no, it's because I'm standing here, and the player has a very, very large magnetic radius. That's what I call it anyway, when it comes to items. So this is why I call it a module. You would actually have it somewhere else. Now, if it is, let's say you just want to store a bunch of cobblestone, or stone in this case if you have a silk touch pickaxe, then yeah, it'd be really fine to just leave one, only have one. Now, this machine is usually something that you would just put, I really have to stop standing there, but it's usually something that you just put inside a storage system, and you would just have this module repeated over and over for each item type. Now, if you're wondering how to take it out, it's really easy. I'll actually show you now. Now, I don't have, into this model, I actually don't have a way to take things out other than take it out, since this is one, let's say, that you would just build if you have too much cobblestone. But hey, it's not exactly something very expensive. You don't need much redstone for it. But you do need quite a bit of iron, since you are going to be making a lot of hoppers. But since if you're going to create an entire storage system, which is usually what you use it for, you can probably can afford that in Minecraft. So I'll actually show you how you build the thing for taking the items out. See you then. Okay, so this is basically how you would take your items out. It's very simple. Now, what you would do is, actually here, as you see, I have the extra renew source. You don't actually need that, since it actually renews enough when it goes here. And it gets renewed when it actually goes in the dispenser, and those hoppers as well. So this one actually isn't required. It's only if you're going to create a single one that a player will come, and not for a storage system. And I have to stop standing there. Now, since the storage system will not have that, it'll have this little curve like this, maybe a little steeper, and you would have your hopper there, and it's really simple. You just have a piston holding one of the ice blocks. Usually, it has to be the one just before the curve, and you just turn that off, and when you throw your items, in this case I'm going to extend a little bit and do that. It's a little slow for me, but since you would have water coursing through, the item would just go here, and slowly. Okay, this isn't working because there's no water. I'm not going to place water. It's just going to flood everywhere right now. But, yeah, and it would fall into the dropper. Now, dropper would go to wherever your output is, and yeah, and then you just turn off that item. There's different ways to do it, like just for certain amounts and timers and stuff, but that's just the basic concept. You guys can figure the rest out if you're going to be building something like this. And altogether, that is really the storage system. It's not something extremely complicated. I was working on a second version of it, but this one actually works much better. So now for the final bit of the video, guys, I'm going to just stand right here in this corner and pick up all the items, and it's going to be an entire chest full here of it. So I'm going to stand right here, and I will see you guys when I'm done. Okay guys, so I'm back, and as I checked my inventory, I noticed that there was nearly 3 extra stacks than what I put in. I originally put in 2 rows of this chest, and now there's 3 extra stacks, so it managed to actually duplicate what I put in, which is strange. I've tested it before, and it's never duplicated anything, so yeah, the more you know. But, yeah, so you not only don't lose any items, but you can actually duplicate them. That's strange. If you're wondering, this is 1.12, of course. Um, yeah. When you build the machines yourself, just comment below, tell me you like your or not, or yeah. Now, I do believe that even though it does duplicate some items, since there is one missing item here, it might have actually also despawned some items. But since it also duplicates some and gets you some back, I think it's actually fine. So, you lose one and get two. That sounds like a pretty fair deal to me. Oh boy. Now, I actually thought about this as I noticed this was filling up the extra row. And I think what happens is the more items you have in here, it takes a percentage of that item and it ends up duplicating that percent of the item. Which is really strange because it seemed to have nearly duplicated 3/18 of it. Anyway, I guess it works. But yeah, that's it for this video. If you if you enjoyed it, you know what to do. If you didn't like it, you also know what to do. Um, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And yeah, see you guys later. Bye bye.